This week on Pure Brews America, we expand our craft palate as we sample some of Blake's Hard Cider at our first ever visit to a cidery. Then we make our way up to northern Michigan to check out another family-owned operation, Austin Brothers Beer Company. I'm Shannon Long, founder of Brew Export, and I want to welcome you to Pure Brews America. Join me as I travel across Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois on a journey to discover the amazing stories, people, and places that make up the craft beer industry's greatest breweries. Hey, it's Shannon, and today we're not drinking beer, we're drinking cider at Blake's Hard Cider in Armada, Michigan.
I always just thought it was like you come here and pick your own apples, but this place has got a lot of wow factor.
Hometown, like country, farm, like family feel to it. But then they have awesome cider, so that's good as well.
I love it. I love it. I could drink it every day.
In fact, today I've had my first hard cider experience today, so I loved it. It was smooth, it was refreshing. Yeah, I thought it was great. Different, but great.
The tasting room's awesome. Like, I'm always there. It's a good place to like bring your friends, anyone who comes into town. Everyone loves to see Blake.
Every time I come here, it's packed, which is awesome because you get to people watch, which is one of my favorite things to do.
I think it's awesome out here. It's definitely worth the trip.
Who doesn't love Blake's?
You know, we've been a family orchard and cider mill since 1946. My grandpa started it with 13 kids, played on the farm as a kid, began to work, all throughout my middle school, high school years, graduated college, came back and started to experiment with just making ciders actually in the old farmhouse here. So it was very like grassroots how it started, didn't know what the hell we were doing as far as making hard cider. Through a lot of Googling, a lot of meeting of other cider makers throughout the country and throughout the state, really started to understand the process and the art of it. And what you find out is, it really comes down to the apple. And we're really lucky we grow over 45 different varieties of apples here. We farm over 1,000 acres. So we have a lot of range to do things with our ciders, all natural ingredients, keep it really pure as possible. And the reason why I think we've progressed and become the largest cider mill in the country is because, we have new generations bringing new ideas to the table, and the previous generations have always been, at every step of the way, been supportive of the new generation and their ideas.
To find out more about the history of Blake's Orchard, I spoke to Andrew's father, Paul, and Paul's twin brother, Pete.
Our parents moved out here in 1946. They had 13 children in the farmhouse right next door here.
Yeah, we all contributed to this effort that we have here today. Right now, currently, Paul and I are the primary members that work here full-time, along with a couple other family members, our nephews, and the next generation's coming on board. Right here, what you see today is our sweet cider. This is where the process starts.
All the apples are hand-picked. Unlike cherries where you can shake the tree, apples are hand-picked. They go into 20-bushel boxes, bins we call them. We use high-lows to get them out of the orchard. And then we store them in our cold storages until we're ready to make cider.
You'll see the apples being inspected and washed, ground up in a fine mesh. What's being squeezed out is our 100% fresh apple juice, apple cider. That is the finishing product of our fresh cider. That's the starting point for our hard apple cider.
So this has got to be putting a lot of pressure to be squeezing all that juice out.
Yeah, there's about 100 bushels of apples in that press, and which will yield close to 350 to 400 gallons of apple cider.
The cider is then pumped into cooling tanks where it's stored until needed for the hard cider production facility. Production manager Matt McAlpine filled me in on what happens next.
So as you can see behind us, all the tanks, the big dimpled tanks, those are all of our bright tanks. We've got 18 3,000 gallon tanks as of right now. And once it gets pumped over here, it goes straight into one of the fermentation tanks where we let it sit and settle for 30 to 45 days. After that, we make our additions with our own cherries and peaches and everything we pick right off the farm. We put them in there in nice cheesecloth bags almost and let them soak and saturate, really get the flavors out of them. From there, we filter it, rack it off the solids, get all the settlement out of the bottom of the tank, and then it's ready for a bright tank. It's really a fairly simple process.
So it's a little simpler, closer to making wine.
Yes.
Rather than making beer.
Yes, it is. Our cider master, Robert, he's a wizard. He actually came from the wine industry, so it was an easier transition for him.
We have to take a quick break, but when we return, I sample some of Blake's most popular hard ciders and get a crash course in cider making. Visit purebrewsamerica.com for more about our Emmy-winning show, including broadcast schedules and past episodes.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Versus. As you can see by our irrefutable science, Jack Link's has more protein and better music than these other snacks. Jack Link's Jerky beats the snack out of other snacks. Introducing Jack Link's Extra Tender Steak Strips.
Welcome back to Pure Brews America. The time has come for my favorite part of the show.
All right, Andrew, so I'm pretty excited because I drink a lot of beer on this TV show.
Yeah.
Like a lot of beer. And today, you're opening it up and giving me cider.
We're gonna change the pace and we're gonna start with our driest cider beard bender. Completely dry, bone dry actually. So not an ounce of sugar left in it. Fermented in a slow cold fermentation for about 50 days.
This smells almost like a white wine to me.
So it's made exactly like a white wine. Yeah, so the dry style of ciders are traditionally drank more over in Europe, and the American palate hasn't quite caught on to the dry styles, but the real avid cider enthusiasts are really into the dries. It's my personal favorite.
Next up, Flannel Mouth.
Yeah.
This is the OG. This is the
OG. Flannel Mouth is our original mainstay. It was the second cider we created after Beard Bender. It is a semi-sweet cider, back sweetened with real juice, and the sweetness you'll taste is an all-natural sweet finish. I think this is probably the flavor profile that most American cider drinkers are familiar with.
It's not overly sweet, and it's not a fake sweet.
And you don't have that overly overt sugar flavor where you have 3 of them and you feel sick. So you can drink a lot of these. It doesn't overwhelm you with sweetness. So our El Chavo is probably our cult favorite. It probably has the most diehard supporters out of all of our ciders.
My favorite is the El Chavo. I love the spicy.
It's got a little bite to it, and it's still a little sweet. So I'd say that's probably my favorite.
I love that. It's like my favorite.
It's a mango habanero cider, 6.5%. All of our ciders in our core line are 6.5%.
This is so good.
Yeah, and we actually
This is so good.
we actually grow all the habaneros on our farm here. We grow about 20 acres of habaneros a year.
The sweetness is there, the mango, almost some kind of pineapple-y tropical fruit.
Yeah.
And then the habanero just
Very mild, right?
ever so slightly comes in at the back end and just warms things up.
Yeah, our cider maker did a really, really good job with this, and I'm really proud of this product. So
You should be.
yeah.
Wakefire.
Wakefire was originally our summer seasonal last year. It had such a good response that we had to turn it into a year-round brand. We use Michigan cherries and orange peel. We source all the cherries from northern Michigan, the cherry capital of the world, and this is, one of our leading brands at the moment.
This is interesting. It's not overwhelmingly cherry.
There's subtle additions, and I think that is what people are drawn to when it comes to our products. So,
Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me taste some of your
Cheers.
ciders. Cheers.
Just recently, the family launched Blake's Orchard Ales, craft beer made with fruit from the orchard. I didn't want to just drink and run, so I volunteered to help make some of Blake's delicious cider.
We're going to give you a 101 lesson on making apple cider.
Let's do it.
If you're ready, I'm ready.
Hold tight.
You're going to hold it down.
Watch out.
Then we're going to, because it's going to want to splatter a little bit.
Ah!
Now you just make a nice
Like applesauce.
pull up along the edges.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Start in the back.
Woo! All right.
Oh, you're an expert already.
Yeah. I've totally done this before.
It looks like it.
All right, I kind of want to try this. It looks delicious.
Fill the back up a little
Oh,
more.
a little back. There you go.
Yeah, nice and slow. You just let it flow out. There you go. Yep.
Oh, that was a little too
We're
much.
gonna catch that before it goes. Perfect.
Whew.
And this is just 100% apples ground up.
All natural.
All natural.
Nothing else going in here.
No,
Is this enough?
that's good, Paul.
Yeah, we're pretty good right there. Now shake it a couple times.
Whew. There we go. This is
Well, you're a pro already.
Thanks, man. Can I try this? What does it taste like?
It'll be apples.
Maybe like applesauce. I'd just eat that for breakfast. So we want to wrap this up?
Yeah. We're gonna do peek it on that side. We'll do one side at a time.
Yep, I'll go first.
Okay.
And now your side over there.
Okay, right here, this one.
Just wrapping up a little,
Yep.
like a baby of apples. I like it.
We'll grab that. I'll grab this off and put another board on there. Whoops.
It's already dripping out.
Yeah.
Too cool.
And there you go. We're ready to set up the next one.
Very cool. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate you teaching me how you make apple cider. Hey, guys. Thanks so much for having me out to Blake's today. And let's not forget, hard ciders for easy living. Cheers!
Pure Brews America is sponsored by Faygo, the original craft pop that's been made in Michigan for 110 years. Pick up a 2-liter or 6-pack today to create the perfect craft cocktail.
Lazy days and lazy nights. I'm sitting at the bar and everything's alright. Just kicking back and taking my time, and I feel fine. 'Cause all I need is some fresh brewed beer. Some good live music's all I wanna hear. A nice thick stout or a cool pale ale.
When we started 20 years ago, the beer business was tough.
So we played it safe and brewed the beers we thought people were expecting, which led us
pretty much right to the edge of bankruptcy.
So we figured we may as well start brewing beers that we liked. Bigger, bolder, aromatic, in-your-face beers.
And luckily, it turned out a few other folks enjoyed those beers as well.
So now if it's brewed by us, it's really brewed for us. That's the secret.
But you just told everybody.
At Meyer, we believe in the people who believe in themselves and bringing our customers the very best local craft beers from all over Michigan, like Founders, Bell's, and Shorts. Because things that come from nearby don't just taste better and fresher. They help keep our prices low and our communities thriving.
I'm Mike Stevens.
And I'm Dave Ingers.
Look for us.
And great beers from all over Michigan at your local Meyer.
Welcome back to Pure Brews America. Did you know that there are over 100 different beer styles? This variety creates countless opportunities for healthy and delicious pairings from our friends at Larissa's Kitchen. With so many options, where should you start? How about Larissa's Korean Barbecue Premium Steak Strips? I recommend a stout to complement the complex, smooth flavor of the brown sugar, soy sauce, earth white onion, and hint of garlic that Larissa's Kitchen puts in their Korean barbecue recipe. Right Brain CEO Stout will enhance the flavor perfectly. You could also match that with Milkshake Stout from Rochester Mills or New Holland's The Poet. So visit your local Meyer store today to try Larissa's Kitchen. The passion in every bag makes these protein snacks a perfect pairing with your favorite craft beer. Dark Horse, Founders, Atwater, and many others turned 20 this year. Meyer, too, sold their very first craft beer more than 20 years ago. Today, they've expanded their selection to hundreds of craft beers, creating the expansive array that is the beer frontier. Not always sure which beer is right for you? The Beer Frontier allows you to explore different flavor profiles. Click on one of the 8 unique styles to receive beer recommendations. Next time you're in the beer aisle, you'll be confident in picking something spiced and complex, or maybe dark and roasted.
You're selling a good product, you know, when you know it's in Meyer. You know that you're doing good because they would not carry an inferior product.
It's all about exposure to the market, and that's one of the best outlets you can have.
Yeah, Meyer's been a great asset for us and really good relationship that we've made with them, and they're really strong in the market. They're really interested in the local craft brands, and they're really supportive of us.
We're huge fans of Meyer's. We owe a big part of our success to the Meyer family, and it was really our partnership with Meyer that expanded our ciders beyond Michigan into 8 other states, and from there really set the catalyst and the tone for other large retailers in the country picking us up. I don't think we'd be where we are today without the help of Meyer. For any fans out there, if you're looking for a place to pick up Blake's, Meyer's is a spot.
Join us in exploring Meyer's shelves and celebrating over 20 years of commitment to craft by checking out the Beer Frontier. Now it's time for the latest scoop from Hopcat. Do you want to enjoy your favorite beer in the comfort of your own home, or maybe share it with friends? Well, Hopcat has just the deal for you. If you bring your clean, empty growler, Hopcat will fill it with any local list beer for just $12. If you need a growler, you can buy one brand new for $6. There's no excuse to not have great beer at home. Stop into your local Hopcat today.
Today, we're going to be making some hard cider barbecue sauce.
All right, Cam, what's the first step?
I'm going to want to get that pan just a little bit hot under like a medium-low temperature before adding in our onions and whole cloves of garlic. After you start to develop a nice brown, a nice fond on the bottom of the pan, we'll add our seasonings, which is just salt and a little bit of white pepper. Now comes the fun part. Get a nice deglaze on the bottom of the pan with the Vandermill yellow mustard in there.
Oh, good old yellow mustard.
Oh, yeah. Add a little molasses, which will
look at that.
Contribute to the sweetness from the cider. A little Worcestershire for salty. We'll have our tomato ketchup. After your barbecue comes up to temp and everything is melded nicely, we're just gonna get rid of the onions and garlic because we've already taken out all their flavor. Now that we've got our finished product, put it right in with this slow roasted pork butt that's been smoking over the last couple days. Once you get this pork nice and hot, we'll just transfer it on top of a brioche bun that's nicely toasted up, and that is how you make hard apple cider barbecue.
Now it's time to make this amazing Faygo craft cocktail. Start with a glass of ice, then add 3 ounces of Faygo root beer. Next, you'll add 1 ounce of sweet cream, making sure to add it in slowly. Then give it a stir. Now add 1.5 ounces of vanilla-infused Tito's handmade vodka. Lastly, add 3 ounces of New Holland Dragon's Milk. And top it off with an orange slice. Yummy! It doesn't get much more delicious than this Faygo Root Beer White Russian. When Pure Brews America returns, I release my inner child at Austin Brothers Beer Company. Vlasic Pickles is a proud partner of Pure Brews America and the craft beer industry. Don't forget to pick up a jar of Vlasic Pickles to enjoy with your next craft beverage or Bloody Mary.
At Planters, we're all about great taste, and we thoroughly test all our nuts for superior craveability. Hey, Richard, check out this fresh roasted flavor. Looks delicious, huh?
Yeah.
Richard, try to control yourself.
I can't help it.
And how about that aroma?
Love that aroma.
Craveability approved.
Oh, can I have some now?
Sure. Help yourself.
Wait, what?
Irresistibly Planters.
We don't frost brew our beer, and hot chicks won't appear if you drink it. Our beer doesn't come in a bow tie shaped can or need color indicators to tell you it's cold. It won't be delivered by Clydesdale horses, and to tell you the truth, we aren't the most interesting people in the world. Fact of the matter is, we don't tell stories. We just let our beer do the talking.
Back in the early 2000s, Janice would have dropped off all 4 of her kids at soccer practice after a sit-down dinner.
But Janice is a mother today, so all 4 of Janice's kids are on 4 separate paths of self-discovery, which occur at 4 different times in the afternoon, leaving a total of 4 minutes for her kids to eat. Even though dinner time has become less strict, we remain strict as ever when it comes to our standards. Made with premium cuts of 100% kosher beef, so you can feel good feeding your family no matter what time dinner is. Hebrew National, we remain strict.
Today we've headed north to Alpena, Michigan to visit Austin Brothers Beer Company.
I love the food and I love the beer.
The beer is great, good selection. It's a fun place to come, great atmosphere.
I mean, it's a good place to be.
Just more laid back and it's really nice. It's a good summer spot too.
People are always nice. When you come here, it's great. I love it.
It's just like, just an extremely cool place. Austin Brothers Beer Company was started in 2015 by siblings Blake and Brant Austin, along with their father, Dana.
My dad started home brewing in the 90s before it was super trendy. We'd be trying to get somewhere and he'd go completely in the opposite direction trying to go to.
Yeah, we'd go 2 hours further or 2 hours less, depending on where a brewery was or where a pub was.
As I'd gather up the family and we'd drive around the United States in the motorhome.
2 summers we did 47 states.
Yeah, looking for a place for my dad to retire.
And we wanted to get out of California and wound up in Alpena, Michigan.
We fell in love with the town and the people, and so I retired, and that's how we ended up here.
We're actually in Alpena on vacation, and I told my dad, I was like, hey, what do you think about starting a brewery in Alpena? And he said, okay, but if you're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right, and you're gonna go to beer brewing school. So I went through that program, got picked up by Ballast Point, worked for them / brewed for them for almost 3 years, and then switched to a smaller company. As all this was going on, we were getting our business plan together, and that's what he was working on.
I wrote a Bible of a business plan, and getting ready to, I thought I was gonna have to do the Steve Jobs thing and go to 50 people, and I went to 2, and it worked. Here we are.
Up until the first of this year, I was the only one who touched any of the beer. I did all the brewing, all the cellaring. My dad would help clean kegs and kegging and stuff, but as far as all the manufacturing of brewing the beer, I did it all myself. He calls me, tells me how much beer we need, I make it, and then he sends it out where it needs to go. And then my dad, he's general manager inside, so he does inside stuff as well as working out here and helping us whenever he can. And
I'm super happy that we did. I love working with them, and not many people can say that they love working or even get to work with their kids, and I love working with them.
That love for one another might be the secret ingredient that makes their beer so good. I'm feeling pretty thirsty. I heard you've got some amazing beers for me to try.
I do. We have
What's up first?
Woody Wheat. So Woody Wheat is a American wheat. It is kind of a hybrid. It's a wheat meets a Hefeweizen meets a cream ale. We put Madagascar vanilla bean in it. We put sweet orange peel, so the sweetness comes from the Madagascar vanilla bean, and then the sweet orange peel gives a little bitterness to cut the sweetness out.
This is such a good beer.
It is, yeah. This is
so easy drinking for anyone. I mean, it's got the sweetness there. There's not a lot of bitterness, and it's so good. I really love it.
Yeah, thank you. This is a flagship one for us. So
absolutely.
This one's very popular.
All right, so things have taken a little bit of a darker turn. I like it.
So this is our milk stout, called Milk Route Stout. Kind of has a coffee note, but the coffee note is coming from the roast, from the malts. So that's helping cut the lactose in it. So this one's...
It's a great beer again. All right, what are we doing next?
We are going to do 45er. This is a West Coast style IPA, 7%, 70 IBU. Pilsner base, so it's not like a lot of Michigan, I would say, IPAs. Really light-bodied, smooth, grapefruit, tropical fruit notes from the hops coming through.
Definitely.
Light, smooth, easy drinking beer.
The citrus, the lemon is certainly there.
Yeah, definitely. There's a little sign down the road that says you're crossing the 45th parallel, so we named it.
So this beer is the homage to the
This is the homage to the 45th parallel.
I like it. That's very unique. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, thanks for letting me drink some beers with you.
Awesome. Thanks for trying.
The beer was phenomenal, but I had an idea that would take my visit to the next level. Brant, I hear you are a master brewer, so I challenge you to a brewer fitness contest.
Okay.
3 rounds.
3 rounds.
3 different tasks, best of 2.
Okay.
Do you accept this challenge?
I accept this challenge.
The first task is we have to squat a 24 case of beer. Bottled beer, not canned. 10 times. First one done wins.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 4. 6. Got a good squat butt. We have to do 2 figure 8s around the Woody 6-pack carriers, and whoever crosses this keg finish line in the least amount of time wins. Go. Oh boy. Oh my God. That's 1. All Bran has to do is cross the finish line to win this round. Fall over. 1. I think that's 2. It all comes down to this.
1 to 1.
We're tied up. This is where you lose.
Okay.
The concept of this challenge is you're curling a beer with one hand and you're curling a keg with the other hand. So you curl up, down, curl with the other hand, drink. First one to finish their little beer wins the challenge and wins the entire Pure Brews America Brewers Challenge.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm scared. Your keg's a little bigger than mine.
It's set. Go.
No spilling. Oh, are you serious? You won. That was impressive. I give you props on that. You are the official Master Brewer Challenge winner of Pure Brews America.
Round 1.
We'll meet again. Don't you worry. It's been an awesome day in Alpena, Michigan. Thanks for showing me around Austin Brothers. Cheers.
Cheers.